You've heard of the marketing funnel, right? Awareness, interest, consideration, decision/conversion. Then there's retention and advocacy. But people always seem to forget those. Now, most founders and small business owners treat the marketing funnel like a boring checklist. They're completely missing the psychological transformation that happens at every single step. So let's deconstruct it. Here's part 1, awareness. I'm Patrick, founder of PTG Marketing, and I teach you to make your marketing intelligent, not irrelevant, because quality is a science, quantity is just blind compliance. Now, awareness is the foundational stage where every person you'll ever sell to starts at. But its purpose isn't to sell, it's to make a potential customer conscious of your brand and the problem you solve. That's it. At the awareness stage, you're targeting a huge group of people who don't know you and who don't even know they have a problem yet. At this stage, your job isn't to be a salesman. It's to be a catalyst for curiosity. It's all about brand management. It's about leaving a powerful, intelligent first impression. You do this with scroll-stopping visuals, with content that is so transformative it shatters their existing beliefs, or with humor that imprints easily on the prospect's mind. You have to stop interrupting what people are interested in and start becoming what they are interested in. That's how you get on their radar. Now, in part 2, we'll talk about what to do with that awareness in the interest stage. So you have their awareness, but awareness is cheap and fleeting. Now you have to captivate them. You have to show them the possibility of you solving their problem. Therefore, your goal is to spark genuine curiosity in your prospects and motivate them to lean in and learn more. This is where you shift from high-level branding to a more focused customer acquisition approach. Awareness gets a view, but interest earns the click. How? For example, by creating an open loop. You tease a powerful, transformative idea, but you deliver the solution in a valuable lead magnet like a checklist, a white paper, or an ebook. Now, a lead magnet isn't a bribe. It's a generous deposit in the bank of trust because you're triggering the psychological principle of reciprocity. You're giving them something so valuable they feel a social obligation to repay you, increasing the likelihood of them eventually buying from you. And this isn't just a tactic, it's the first real step in building a relationship. So now they're on your list, but how do you convince them you're the only real choice for people like them? That's part 3. Consideration. So your prospect is interested. They're maybe even on your email list, but the same is true for 5 of your competitors. So now your job is to prove that you are the only logical and expert choice for them specifically. Interest is about possibility. Consideration is about proof. This is where your analytically driven prospects live. Those that actively compare your offer, your features, and your price against all the alternatives. So you have to give them the evidence they crave. This means detailed product specs, in-depth case studies, and transparent comparison charts that show exactly why you're different. Don't just tell them you're better. Give them the evidence that lets them conclude it for themselves. Because you're not just selling a product, you're selling confidence in a decision. People buy with emotion and justify with logic. This is the logic part. This is where you build radical trust with features, not benefits, outcomes, or use cases, testimonials, and social proof, which is the antidote to their fear of making a wasteful mistake. When all is done, they're convinced you're the one. Now, how do you get them to actually click buy? That's the magic moment. So for part 4, the decision stage or conversion stage, follow along. So your prospect is 99% of the way there. They believe you're the right choice, but they're hesitating. Their hand is hovering over the buy button. In comes that dreaded status quo bias. The fear of acting and making a mistake feels riskier than the pain of staying stuck. So, your job is to make the decision feel inevitable and completely safe. How? Well, first, you highlight your unique selling propositions, your USPs. What makes you the only real choice? Use benefits, outcomes, and use cases here to grab them by their emotional balls. Second, you use genuine scarcity and urgency, not fake timers, but real, logical reasons to act now. Then, a clear call to action isn't a request. It's a confident instruction for their next logical step. The meaning the CTA should convey: change your miserable situation now. And most importantly, 4, you reverse the risk. You then stop selling the product and start selling the guarantee. Because a free trial or a powerful money-back guarantee removes their last and final fear, the fear of waste. You're making the decision to buy less risky than the decision to do nothing. And just like that, you have a new customer. But the journey isn't over. In fact, the real work just began. But typically, this is where most marketing just fizzles out. Not yours, though. So you made a promise in your marketing, but now your product and your process have to keep it. Therefore, your goal is to turn that one-time transaction into a long-term, recurring, and loyal relationship. This is all about increasing customer lifetime value, or CLTV. The first sale proves your marketing. The second sale proves your product. How? First, and most obviously, by having an exceptional product that is non-negotiable. But second, with proactive customer service and post-purchase communication, email, text messages, even social, that don't try to sell, but instead help your customers get the most value from what they just bought. Stop celebrating the new customer and start obsessing over their success using your offer. Because you shouldn't just want to retain a customer, you're also building a community in the process. You're creating a sense of belonging that makes leaving feel like a genuine loss. And when you do this right, something magical happens. Your loyal customers, they become your new marketing team. And that's the final stage, part 6, advocacy. So now you have loyal, happy customers who love your brand, but they're silent. Therefore, your job is to intentionally turn their private satisfaction into your most powerful public marketing asset, word of mouth. An advertisement is a claim, but a real customer testimonial is a fact. So this stage is where you actively encourage and curate UGC, user-generated content. You ask for reviews, you build a referral program, you feature success stories, etc. because you are making them the hero of your brand story. Your best marketing isn't what you say about your brand. It's not even what your customers say about your brand. It's what your customers say about themselves because of your brand. During the advocacy stage, you focus on building and shaping ideology. And this is where the magic happens. Your advocates, your fans, they feed new people directly into the top of your funnel. Their advocacy becomes the curiosity, the possibility, the proof, and sometimes even the safety to get your next customer through the funnel. And the loop loops and keeps on looping. Now, how do you shape ideology? Well, I can't tell you all my marketing secrets just like that, can I? But I will spill them eventually. I maybe already have.